Morning, how are we doing? Welcome back to another vlog. Today we are making a nutcracker cake. So it is my niece's birthday today, but her party is tomorrow, and we finalised this last night, so I'm starting it today for tomorrow. Should be plenty of time. The party isn't until 3. So it's currently midday the day before. I'm going to get all the stuff, and then we need to start baking at 1. I have a very strict schedule. Then I want to do the crumb coat at 4, which means in between I can make like fondant decorations and stuff. There's some nutcracker figures that are coming today from Amazon. We love you, Amazon. And then we're gonna final coat hopefully about 7. And then tomorrow I'm going to add all the details on. So I would like to have all the details made. There's some baubles, I don't know if I already said that, baubles to make, some snowflakes, which are just like cookie cutter. What else? I can't remember. Anyway, that is the plan for today. So I'm bringing you along for the whole thing. So I hope you enjoy. We've got a very busy day, lots to do. And yeah. I have missed you guys. Hope you've missed me too. And right now, we're going to Aldi. And I also need to get some bits for myself, so we're just gonna do it all together. Please ignore the nails. Look how badly they're screaming for an infill. But I don't want to get them done till next week when I'm back at work. That was the other thing. I'm off all this week. I have 10 days off work and I'm loving it. Haven't been getting out of bed until 9 AM, which is a bit problematic, but it's fine. So yeah. Hope you all had a lovely Christmas, and let's go to Aldi. Aldi, baby. Righty-ho. We are back from Aldi. Let's give you a little zhuzh around. There we go. You're wonky, but it's fine. So, cake is Biscoff. It's an 8-inch. I've got all the cake stuff as usual. I'm just gonna do a little star buys. I've done this before. If you haven't watched the other vlogs, then you won't know. But I show my favourites because I love Aldi and I always find absolute gains in there. So these I haven't had in so long and I absolutely love them. They're brioche bagels. So if you don't know what brioche is, it's a bit sweeter than normal bagel, and they're also very fluffy. Amazing. I've got bacon to have in those. I'm going to try the mousse. So I always get the yogurts. The lemon cheesecake, as I've said before, is the GOAT. But I thought I'd try the chocolate mousse just to switch it up. Because I couldn't initially find the lemon cheesecake. I had to search high and low. So I picked up this first. And then got this after. So, yeah. And then I got meal prep stuff, but you don't need to know about that. So, we're going to get baking. We need to bake these cake layers. It is 1:10, so I'm not actually doing that bad for time. I said 1 o'clock and it's 10 past, so we're doing good. So I've started mixing already. I am using my Victoria sponge recipe, but what I do for Biscoff is I swap the caster sugar for brown sugar, and it's light brown. I don't know where I've put it. Oh no, I finished it. But I swap it for light brown sugar because then it's ground up enough. If you use anything else like, is it Demerara? I don't know how to pronounce it, but that one, and then like Muscovado, all of those are too big. They're kind of like granulated sugar, which just in a cake is going to be really grainy. So you want light brown sugar. And then I take out, depending on which size you're doing, I take out between 30 and 50 grams of butter or stalk, whatever you use. And then I swap that for Biscoff spread. And then that obviously makes it taste Biscoffy. The brown sugar gives it that biscuit flavour because it's a bit more like, you know what I mean. Basically, use whatever Victoria sponge recipe you have because you know it's going to work for you, you know how to make it, all of that. But you just swap out a few things. So yeah, that is the easiest way I do Biscoff. You can use other recipes, like feel free. I think Jane's Patisserie has a good one, and Charlotte Lively, I think, is the other one that I tried before. But yeah, so we're going to start mixing and then we'll be getting this in the oven. Right, the oven is preheating. The mix is done, it's literally to the brim. So we've got 4 tins here. I want to do 4 big layers, but I think there's going to be some left over, so what I could do is make an extra one, and then it means that if I wanted it a bit taller, then I have the option, but it's not the end of the world if I don't use it. I might be able to use it for like cake pops or something, I don't know. So this is all mixed. It's got bits of, you can kind of see the lumps in there, the Biscoff biscuits I've added in. So yeah, we're just gonna scoop this out into the tins. Can't remember what I'm actually talking about. And then, like I say, the oven is preheated to 170. Before anyone comes at me, I don't weigh my cake tins. It probably is just laziness, if I'm honest, but I just have got in the habit of doing it by eye, so now that's just the way I do it. Right, we are going to start making the extras. So I'm going to start with the snowflakes because they're nice and easy and they need to set, so I want them to harden slightly so that they go onto the cake a bit easier. And then after that we're going to do the baubles. I have chocolate that I'm going to be using for them, and then I'm using all Colour Mill colourings. And then I've also got some gingerbread men to make with this little cutter, and I got these on Amazon, so there's like different sizes and they're all just like snowflake molds, if it will focus. So as you can see, that's what it looks like. I got 3 different ones. Like I said, I just got them Amazon. They weren't any particular brand, I don't think. They may have been Coal Pit, but that's a strong maybe, really doesn't matter. And I think it was, I got them ages ago, but I think it was like 3 for £11 or something like that. I use them for a frozen cake, but obviously now I'm using them again. So we're going to do those fondant bits. I actually remembered that I have some cones in my drawer. So they're just cones, like ice cream cones, but I'm going to use these for 2 of the trees. I think I'm going to make a little tree as well, just out of buttercream, but I thought I'd do 2 big ones for the top of the cake, or maybe 1 on the board depending on how much room we have. Also, another little mention, because I do sometimes get this, I've run out of gloves, but it is a family cake, so normally I'd wear gloves with fondant, but if you're wondering why I'm not, it's for my family. I just wash my hands thoroughly, so yeah, before any of the glove warriors come and get me. Right, so I've done the little snowmen and I've done the gingerbread men. However, I'm not sold on the gingerbread men. I got a little bit carried away. So I was doing the snowmen and then I started drawing the faces and stuff on the gingerbread men, and I just completely forgot what a gingerbread man looks like. And I started drawing it as if it was a snowman. So now they look a bit unusual, because like for the mouth I did like stones as if it was a snowman, but that's not how you do a gingerbread man. And they just look a little bit creepy. So I'm not sold. I have plenty of fondant, so I can remake them and they'll literally take 2 seconds. But yeah, I need to look it up. I need to look up what a gingerbread man looks like. I think maybe it's because I've drawn on them in black. I'll show you. I think maybe because I've drawn on them in black, whereas normally I think a gingerbread man would be like an imprint on the fondant or like on the biscuit, because don't they just look a bit unusual? Yeah, I'm not sold. But these little snowmen, however, I love. They're so cute. But yeah, need to look up some photos of some gingerbread men and then see if I need to remake those. Quick food pit stop because I realised I haven't actually had my lunch. I had like a late breakfast, so then I haven't really had lunch, but I've got chicken in tempura batter, mash and then peas. But this, it's literally the crispiest batter. Very excited. I think he's my favourite. These two I'm not as fond of. I think it's the eyebrows, I don't know, but yeah. And then I need to draw the faces on these and add a little nose, and then I've made some candy canes as well, and then I've got all the snowflakes. So yes. Right, it is time to crumb coat. I don't know how it's taken me this long. We're now at 5:40. I was meant to do this at 4, but you know, everything just keeps taking longer than expected. The board is covered. So this was an old board which I use for cakes that are at home. So like if I'm making a cake for like my birthday, stuff like that, then I reuse the boards. So as you can see on the bottom, you can see the, like, I can't remember what it is that is used for it. I don't know, like no, like I don't know what they actually use for the, I think it's like a cork board for the underneath. Oh. So some of the paper had ripped off when you wash it, so then I just cover it with contact paper. So as you can see, there's a little separation here because the contact paper isn't a big enough roll. It would have to be like 16 inches wide for it to cover it without a seam, but it's fine because you won't notice it. So that's all covered, so then I can reuse that because like I say, it's my niece's cake, so obviously for customers I rebuy them, but otherwise I just use the boards again because you can just take the cover off and recover it. So that's the board. That's kind of what took me a little while. And then we've got our buttercream, which is Biscoff, and then we've got our spread melted to go in between the layers. And then I've also crushed some biscuit to go on the melted Biscoff. So we just got a delivery as well, which is the Nutcrackers, which is what I was waiting for. They're quite big to go on the cake. I think I'm probably going to use maybe like 4 or 5 of them. We've got 9. No, we've got 10. But she'll probably, like, she'll have the others and probably play with them. So I don't think it's an issue. But I'll just pick the nicest ones because like some of them you can see the glue where they join the feet to the little pedestal and stuff like that. So I'll just pick the ones that look the nicest. But we've got red and green and then we've got pink. So there's going to be some pink baubles, some red baubles. And then we've got candy canes, which incorporates the red. And then I just need to incorporate the green, which is going to be for the Christmas trees. So hopefully the mix of pastels and then primary colours should work quite well, because these are bright, but then these are a lot more pastel-y. So yes, but we're going to crumb coat. Right, we are finally getting round to making the baubles. So I'm just going to give you a little rundown of my method. But what I've done, I had these and they're actually baubles. They're from the range. We're moving. They're from the range and they have little hooks on them. And they have string, but I don't want the string touching the cake, so that's coming off. So what I've done is I've taken the little hooks out, which I will then put back in, which make it look like a bauble, because it's got these little loops. Let me just... So these are the little loops that it has. So what I'm going to do is I'm using this cocktail stick, and I'm going to colour my chocolate, which is currently white chocolate, and then I just roll it around in there like that. And then we've got a polystyrene base and we're gonna put them upside down. And then what I'll do is once they're dry, I'll take the cocktail stick out, pop the hook back in the same hole, and then put them on the cake. So that's the little rundown of what we're gonna be doing. Using colour mill colourings. If you're trying to colour chocolate, don't bother using anything else because it will split, or it will just go hard basically. So always use colour mill because it's oil based. So I've got the red and then I've got the rose. The red is going to stay like as vibrant as possible, but the rose is going to be like a pastel pink. So yes, right, we've got 6 to do, so let's get on with it. Right gang, just quickly popping in to sign out. We've done the stripes on the cake, we've done the baubles, we've done all the fondant bits. Tomorrow I just need to fill in the stripes, which I'm going to do first thing in the morning. Morning guys, it is the next day. We are doing the stripes now. So it is 10 AM. I have my pink, which is going to fill the stripes. It's been setting overnight, so the white is going to be rock solid, which we love. We're going to get into the stripes now. Fingers crossed. I always get scared doing stripes, but they always turn out fine, but I always get scared, so pray for me. Right, so we've done the stripes, They were a little bit annoying, but we've done them. And then we put the snow on the top, which is the fondant. I'm already happy with the fondant top, which I thought was going to go wrong. So we're doing good. We've got 3 hours until we're leaving, so plenty of time. This is only going to take me about half an hour or so to finish it off, hopefully. But yeah, so I'll put you here and then you can see what I'm doing. Right, it is time to box up this cake. I've been to Tesco's, I got the box, a little bit last minute on that one, but you know, we move. So yeah, all ready for the party. We're leaving in about 10 minutes. So I'm going to quickly take some photos of the cake and then box it up. I'm going to take I got some leftover buttercream with like in the bag, so I'm going to take that with me just because it'll make me feel better because there's a lot of little bits on this cake which are like stuck but they're stood up, so I just want to be sure, it's literally only a 10-minute drive, but I just want to be sure that if one does just fall over, I can just stick it back up, because it looks so pretty as it is, so I don't want it to get damaged. But yeah, so we're gonna box up. I'm just wearing a little sweatshirt. I've got a nicer top underneath, like just a Skims type thing, but it's a bit chilly out here. So, and also, can we just discuss, for the girls out there and guys, you never know, maybe you want some banging earrings like this. H&M Home. H&M Home? I'm actually delusional. H&M. Not H&M Home. H&M Home is also good, but not H&M Home. And also the rings are from H&M. My necklace is from H&M. I'm obsessed with it. Gold jewellery, that's the place to go. Anyway, right, let's box up this cake. Here she is in all her glory. So we have the Christmas trees at the back, then we've got baubles, nutcrackers, little snowmen scene. I left the faces off because I just know that they would have ended up turning out wrong. Then we've got another tree here, little gingerbread man, bauble, nutcracker, another gingerbread man hiding around there. But yes, so if you couldn't tell, this is the snow, and then we got the stripes. I said this to my mum as well, but one thing I do notice in the cold weather is the stripes are really hard to do because they set before you actually have a chance to smooth out. So I was smoothing out the pink, and it was just like the buttercream was just going hard, so it meant that it was really difficult to actually get decent stripes. The front is actually not bad, but the side I'm not like best pleased with, but obviously you're not going to see that. But yeah, you can see that they're a little bit rough around the side where it just kept on setting, but it turned out good in the end. So yeah, 8-inch cake, it's Biscoff flavoured, and that is the final design. Right, I'll show you how I box up, because some people may be interested. It's pretty standard, and you've probably seen it before, but if anyone is new to this, this is how I box up, basically. I use a box, and then I also use some extenders. So let's turn you around. Right, so that is how I made that nutcracker cake. I am off to the party now to deliver it, so I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, let me know. Hopefully I'll be able to do a few more cake ones, because I've got a couple more cake orders coming up. If not, there'll be some recipe stuff, because I have a couple of recipe books which I got like for my birthday and around that time last year, and I haven't used them very much yet, so I'm going to be doing some recipe videos, so keep your eyes out for those. But I will see you in my next video.